Howdy, stranger.
Hi, I'm Boppo.
Hi, Dave! Hi! In Australia! It's Oscar here, in Iceland!
Hello, sea creatures! I bring you greetings from Apple World!
Hi, Jay.
Hello. Hi, Boats. Hi, Morgan. Hi, I'm gonna chill here for a little while before I play D&D.
Just crazy.
I hope you have a good D&D game. Guys, my hair's so poofy. It's hidden back here. But my undercut is so long. Like, I have two different hairstyles. So if you look on this side, it's like, oh, long hair with side thingies, and then side sweep, and then on this side, it's like, oh look how cute. Now we can preview how I would look with all that short hair. Is the brightness good on? I'm gonna try out these fake eyelashes again. Still say go for the short hair. Except I've spent all this time growing out all this beautiful hair and taking care of it. So. Alright, so tonight is the finale, hopefully, of Amnesia Rebirth. Because Morgan and I have estimated how long it'll take to beat the game, and I am in the last quarter, it seems. But welcome. If you don't know what's going on in the game so far, I will explain in a second, and then we'll get into the ending here. But yeah, how's everybody doing? It's what, Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Hi, it's Friday. Welcome to the Friday. I'll make the brightness a little higher. Game isn't terribly bright. Probably gonna have to fix the gamma as well, again. You're relaxed. That's good. I just opened it. View updates. An error occurred. Oh, wait, the game needs to be updated? Oh, okay. Or maybe they fixed a bug. Your manager's on maternity leave. That caused any complications? Oh, it means he still has to go to work. Just complications. Maybe. Perhaps. Or maybe more work than normal. Like, okay, computer, load all my shit. There we go. Cool. Sister office is still showing our office space for now. It's more work for that manager because she now has to manage 2 teams, but so far so good. Okay, so, yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just freaking get into it. So since the last couple streams, Morgan, about audio, I have moved some things around, so let me know if the game's too loud, please. Let's just go ahead and look at the audio real quick. It's quiet for me. Well, let's see when I get into it if it's quiet for me. That part was just quiet. That part was loud. Okay, Tazi Trianon, alone, heavily pregnant, and gradually turning into a monster, is trying to reach a desert town and the survivors of her expedition. Thrown by mischance into another world, she's trying to find a way back to her own. So that summarizes it pretty well. I was on an expedition, Tazi, and with my husband, and we crashed, and then some things happened, but I lost my memory. I woke up in the plane, and then I've been sort of retracing my steps and remembering as I go. And I'm bebopping back and forth into another world. A lot of other things are happening, but if you have questions, just ask. That's a good summary, though. Oh, I have to tweet. Tweeting is important. I don't know if you guys know this. 1 second. Tweeting is very important to streaming because then it lets people know what you're doing. Like, what you doing? I'm being babies. There we go. Where's my light? Do I have a lantern? Oh, can I light something? Light here. Oh yeah, I might need to adjust the gamma. So hopefully you'll let me know that. Oh crap! I lost my lantern. I remember that now. Yeah. Okay, come on. Let's get back into the light. Match this little lady. And I'm very heavily pregnant. So her pregnancy has been sort of artificially bumped forward because of traveling back and forth from world to world. So yeah, people trapped to harvest their vitae. Yeah, just so you know, this is real. Oh shit, that bitch is here. Shit. myself into a real nice spot, didn't I? No! Okay, so I'm fleeing from the scary vagina mouth ghost. Okay. Good to know. Good to remember where we were. Oh, lovely. What's this game about? I explained. We went on an expedition to we were going to Algeria, and we crashed. Now I'm trying to find my way to a desert town to safety, and there's a lot of weird shit going on. I have a sickness, and I'm pregnant, and a lot of people from my expedition are dead. Oh, and also we're going to another world. Pretty sure I explained all that. Also, if you're interested in the previous streams, you can go to YouTube. It's all organized in a nice little playlist. Okay, we need to get the fucking out of here. What's my objective right now? Okay, I don't have one. I need to get back to the... I think I need to get back to the train. So, the game's not too loud. Because now it sounds really loud to me. And I hope I didn't adjust the levels in the wrong way. Okay, cool. Thanks, Morgan.
Oh, thank you.
No. Get behind something. Do not get sucked into Her Majesty's fucking shit. Get out of here. We are getting out of here. Come on, Tazi. Come on. Over the rocks. Come on. I know you're pregnant. But come on. Oh, feed a baby. My baby's name is Amari. Yeah, so somehow I got infected with this disease, and it has to do with the other world, but I don't really know how because most of my memory is still missing. Also, we learned that our first child was born with some kind of congenital disease. Congenital, is that the word? Where it's hereditary. And she died. So we're worried that this new baby also has, or Tazi's worried that the new baby will also have this problem. And so this other civilization's alternate dimension was harvesting vitae, just like in the first game. Alexander was doing that by torturing people. Yeah, for real. That's a thing. And anyway, this other world were the ones that Alexander learned it from via another expedition 100 years before the events of this game. And yeah, so we ended up torturing this dude to get vitae to put in. It stabbed into our body. So hopefully the baby's okay, but we don't know. Because the ghost of the Empress from the other world, who was also living on vitae, just pure, like, she had this whole fucking conveyor, like, system all worked out just to keep her alive. We learned it from the Empress Ghost. When I'm not really sure if the Empress Ghost is, like, got my best intentions at heart. That's all I have to say about that. All this for some baby. Well, Yes, a factory for torturing people. Exactly. Boats, you were a baby once.
Sleep. Sleep. Dream of
I like Tazi. I like this protagonist a lot because I actually empathize with her.
It's all right, Amari.
Even though I am not a person who wants children and doesn't want to be pregnant, I still empathize with her situation. And so I'm really proud of the game developers who are 10 years later making a protagonist of the Amnesia series who, you know, we actually give a fuck about. Because Daniel, like, oh my god, who cared about that guy? I was glad when he died, and I was controlling him. Matches? Yeah, matches. I also played Amnesia Dark Descent, and I was really salty about it. That is also on YouTube, if you were interested. I'm not playing Machine for Pigs because it has nothing to do with the storyline of these other two, and it is dog shit, based on what I've read about it. Anyway, this is one of the most narratively interesting horror games I've played in a while. She climbs so much slower down the ladder now that we're like 8 months pregnant. Tazi's a real trooper. Okay, let's do this. We got this. Oh, I need to check something. Check the gamma.
We can do this.
Yeah, we can. Oh, nope. It looks good. I want to make sure that you guys can see even when it's dark. But that I see, like, that I'm in the dark, because I'm supposed to be struggling in the dark. You guys can still see.
I'm sorry, whoever you were.
I'm sorry,
I suppose at least
whoever you were. We've learned a lot through papers and stuff, and so it's kind of hard to explain if you're just joining me how much stuff has been going on. I would really suggest watching the other, watching the VODs. Because, like, look at how many pieces of lore that we've gotten. And I've read every single one of them out loud. For your viewing and hearing pleasure. Oh fuck, it's the fucking bitch with the lamplight that pulls me in! Bitch light, vagina mouth, multiple vagina syndrome. Do not come over here. Do not come over here. Making myself small. Make myself small, so small, so small, so small, so small, fucking leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ghosts. Yeah, there's something wrong with this other world. It's full of monsters with this kind of sickness, and I don't understand what exactly happened, but I know it was bad. I gotta tell you, probably the harvesting Vitae to keep their Empress alive thing really backfired on them. Because basically this whole civilization is extinct now in this other world. Something really bad happened to our world. Like, it's suffered some kind of environmental disaster, because I really hope it didn't look like this much shit before. I'm about to start getting jump scared. Oh, fuck. Need to find some light, Tazi. Tazi, honey. Fuck me, motherfucker. Oh, they want to turn me into a scary boy. alright, punk bitch, leave me alone. Okay, which way is the way out, though? Oh! Oh, breakfast burrito! That's what I'm gonna have for dinner, by the way. That's not the way out. Is this the way out? Oh my god. Is this a way out? Where is the door? Oh, wait, wait. Wait. Oh, wait. Is this a way out? What the fucks are there? Oh, another lantern? No, it's just oil for a lantern that were broke, that I don't have anymore. Okay. See you later. Oh god. More eaters! Okay, I gotta be real careful around these eaters. They will hear me. Mwah. Ooh. Okay. Stand near the light, Tazzy. It's okay. Yeah, these little what are they? What would you call it? Casket? Tanks? These tanks are just alive people just waiting to be tortured to harvest the B-type. And they're made to forget every now and again so that they can continue being tortured like it's fresh, so they don't get used to it.
Just have to reach that brightness. There, on top of the building. That's the rift.
Okay, which way? Excuse me, sorry. I'm sorry that everything sucks for you. So you can see the torture machine here. This is a pipe that harvests their essence. I mean, Empress was using it, you know, to survive. You know, just like most monarchs, just doing terrible shit. Am I harvesting more? Great. Is this the way to make the thing activate and get out of here? I don't know what that's for. I don't know. Should I really touch things if I don't know what they are? What is that? What is... Oh, it's a memory box. Memory canister.
I am trapped. I will die here. We have failed. Our sabotage shattered the Great Gate, and the world has shattered with it. My own eyes have seen the most skilled of my kindred wither into floating wraiths of nightmare.
Yeah, they fucked up and ruined everything.
The Empress still lives, crouching atop the tower like some vast spider, draining life.
Oh, they were trying to overthrow her. Okay.
Factories.
Agreed. She was terrible.
It was our task to bring her reign to an end. And I failed. I still have Peter's formula. If any companion, stranger, explorer of the ruins finds this, then take the vial. It will seed the red flesh into the Vitae and spread it through the system.
Oh, okay. Kill the Empress.
Finish my work. End the
Sounds
suffering.
like a good idea.
Forgive our folly.
Well, this is the Empress's fault. Well, because, you know, they failed to... It looks like there's a failed coup that really, really went horribly wrong in a way that it's hard to even quantify. A second. Eyelashes really pissing me off. Coming off or no, it's not off. I'm just paranoid. Oh, I'm paranoid.
If only I still had the lantern.
Now, why am I picking up?
There's not much use to me without the lantern.
I guess they're gonna give me another lantern later if they keep giving me oil. Seed the thing into the thing. Capsules. Okay. Maybe in the other room. Yes, I do. Oh. Well, I kind of exaggerated on purpose. There we go. Is this about to kill all those people? I have a feeling. Shit, it's the shadow. Oh, shit. The shadow is the way to end all this? That's how you know the shadow's here. Okay. Well, the shadow comes for those who, you know, have done a bad job. And frankly, they deserve it. Like, Daniel's ass deserved it. Okay, how do I get... Alright, have a good D&D. Thanks for being here. I hear some horrifying, like, breathing sounds. Can't see anything. Do I go this way? No. Don't get trapped over there. Back the way we came. Pose.
If it has cured you, my love, it was worth it, surely. Surely.
Surely it was. I'm sure it was. I can't see anything. Ooh, don't touch that. I know, I'm trying not to. Is that bitch over here again? Ew, yucky water! I hate yucky water! Fucking hate when they make me get in this. Who even knows what's in here? Be small! in the disgusting water. Ooh. Filled with sinews. I hate that vagina bitch. That's what Bob dubbed this wraith. That it's got a face full of vaginas. I mean, here in the J stream, did you expect any more of us, really? Than comparing things to genitals. Still looking at me? Don't look at me. Do not perceive me. I do not want to be perceived. Honestly, I don't like being perceived in real life either. Not in my vicinity. Crawling around in the gooey water. Did you just teleport? That's not fair. Like that. Hey, get out of my life. Right line of sight. Oh my god, right line of sight. Do not think getting in this water is helpful. The way out, was it? Oh, wait, it is. Ooh, gooey worm sounds. Out of the water. Ugh. God, I have to get back in the water? No. say that. Those are famous last words.
I couldn't go through what happened to Elise. Not again. You will be well. I'll look after you, I swear. Oh, Marie.
We're supposed to look after.
I just want to lie down now. Just for a little while.
How are we supposed to look
But we
after?
can't stop.
We can't even look over
Can we?
after ourselves.
Oh, my love. If you are cured, this is a miracle, isn't it?
Oof.
No matter what we went through for it. God and Mother Mary. Look at this place.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
So much torture and pain for what? To keep the lights on? Let's get out of here. Everything will be okay, little one. We'll get to the doctor and then we will go home.
Ugh. Oh,
I
boy.
don't know where this will take us. But it can't be worse.
I'd like to go back to the real world, please. Not, or the other world, and not the friggin' darkness. Excuse me? Well, this is a strange place that we're in. Uh-oh, am I back in my memories? Yes.
It's dark, Mama. It's so dark.
This makes me cry. My eyelashes
It's
are
all
gonna
right,
come off
little
again.
one.
They have no gravity. It just keeps going. Crapper, bye! Sorry, it's a serious moment. Ooh, just like in Phasmophobia. I just want to see if there's things to touch and read. Doesn't look like it.
I just went away.
I know.
I just went away. I don't want to go away. Mama,
Shit. Man, shit gets me right in the feels. Uh-oh. Oh no, I was in the dark world again, so that means that I'm probably, like...
Marie!
Oh shit.
Marie!
Trying! I'm going as fast as I can! This is upsetting!
I don't want to go.
Just hold on.
Discovered our body changes, even though time doesn't move while we're in the other world. That's why we keep getting more and more pregnant. So this time, probably near delivery. It's a stare in the mirror silently day. Hey Bob, did you want to see the end of this game?
I watched the bot.
Oh.
I'll be a flat.
Got an achievement called Castaway.
Marie!
Oh, I'm back in the desert. Oh lord, I'm extremely pregnant.
Not yet. Not yet, please. Please.
Yep,
A little
she's
Just wait. Please wait.
she's
I
ready
don't think I
to
can do
pop.
this. No.
She is ready to pop. Here, let me just wander through the desert while I'm having convulsions. or contractions. This is great. Having a good time here.
The village? Maybe.
When you had a bad time, you had a bad day.
Doctor! Oh, thank Christ. I need you. I need you now. I know it's crazy, but the baby... My waters have broken. The tower. I'll try.
Moving so slow.
All right.
Right, over
Hold on, little one. Just
that hill?
hold on.
That's the smoke?
Ah!
Oh lord. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, move with a quickness, Tazi. Oh my god, literally. She's trying so much.
This is bad.
How am I supposed to climb up there? I'm moving with small, quick steps. Oh my god, how am I supposed to? I can't jump. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Having a bad time in the desert with a giant belly bump. Oh, a ladder. Okay. Good, because I cannot climb those rocks right now. I like that. Fuck. That's a mood there, Tazi. You telling me you want me to move this out of the way? None of these are recommended actions by your doctor. Touch your belly. Feed a baby. Touch your belly. It'll be alright. Gotta tell you, this game has given me the experience of pregnancy without having to do it. So, cool. Mark that down. Congratulations. Nana will be happy to hear this. No, Nana. I already had a baby in this video game. I don't have to do it in real life now. No, Nana, it was very immersive. I do not have to be a pregnant Jane in it, so you can
Just hang on, my love.
you can just
Hang on.
stop
We need to
talking
get
to
somewhere
talking to
safe.
me about it. Ugh, can I even fit through here? I'm trying so hard.
Look. Up ahead. We'll be okay. We will be okay.
I hope so. Oh man, I gotta balance on this. Boy, please. Nope, not miscarriage number 23. Okay. This is upsetting.
Just hang on. Doctor! Someone help me, please!
Please. Is there a midwife or some morphine or whatever they give you?
The tower. That's what
Epidural.
he said.
Yeah, give me that. Hey, wait, is there stuff here?
Ah!
Sorry. Sorry, Tazi, sorry. I was looking for matches. I'm sorry. We'll go this way. Exploring. Tazi, I am literally in labor. Sorry. Where's the tower? Okay. Oh, my nose is leaking.
The doctor's not far. Not far, I promise.
Oh, sniffles. Please don't make me hide from monsters while I'm in labor. Please do not make that happen. Better not be having a baby empress. Or a freaking monster baby. I really don't want that twist. What's the tower? What's the tower? Stay tuned. I have a feeling we're going to find out. What? Alright. Careful, careful. Throw a fleet in agony! Oh no, it's that tower. Okay, keep going. Make him away this way. Walking slow, giant belly, and it's not great. Ah! The wind is closing this door on me. All the dead bodies in here upsetting me. Oh, fuck me, fuck me. Oh my god!
Shit!
Did I just get my leg caught in a bear trap?
No. No, please, God. Mother Mary, not now. What the hell have I ever done to you? Who's there? Who's there? Help me! Help me, please! Tassie? Yasmin? Yasmin! Please. Please get me down. My water's broke. I need the doctor. I killed them. What? I killed them. All of them. They were trying to help, but they saw my face, and I could taste their fear. Fuck. No. 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 Yasmin, please don't. I'll help you. I'll try. Where's the doctor? I don't know. He was with me when I... What happened to you? What happened to all of us? It's all broken up. The tower. We were in the tower. She saved us from the desert. Who is she? I don't know. A ghost. A god. She only wanted to help. It was her.
I don't trust that Empress.
She did this to us? It didn't need to happen, Tassie. She was trying to help you. I can't remember. I'm sorry. It's trying to take me again. Oh, we must be quick. Quickly!
Ooh, fuck me!
Oh, it can smell you. Run! Cassie, run now!
Okay, I'll try once I have control of the controller. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Run, Cassie! I can't control it.
Ooh, this is upsetting.
Cassie, it was you. You did this.
Oh, fuck! Oh no! Excuse me. Oh, fucking tree me.
The baby. She's coming.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm here. I've got you.
Got an achievement. Yeah, it is. No, you're right. It's terrible. If anybody needs to take a second away from all this, you just woo it. It's okay. Take a break. And if you're watching the VOD, just pause it. Oh.
No.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
The ghoul, it's in you. We cannot risk it. I will help you save the child. Be strong.
I am about to have this baby right now. Oh, my God.
Don't let the creature take you. Breathe. Breathe. Focus on me. Look at me.
I'm trying, dude.
Stay Tassi.
I'm trying.
Good. Now, Tassi. Whoosh, now.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to keep my view. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's it. Focus.
I'm gonna turn into a monster and kill this guy. I swear. I do not want to do that, but I feel it happening.
Not long now. I can see the head. Another effort. You can do it.
No, please, no. No.
You're doing well.
I'm having a bad time.
Eyes on me. Calm yourself.
I'm trying. The controller's not really cooperating.
That's it. Once more.
The real horror was childbirth.
I thought she might be tainted, but she...
Oh, the baby's okay. Okay, that's good. The VTI worked. Hopefully. Oh.
Well done, Miss Trian. You have given us hope.
Please. Let me hold her.
I know. For you, the child comes before everything else, even the lives of your friends. Your husband, all she wanted was the child. Just that.
No!
Look at what you've become through your own misplaced sentiment. Now, I must do what you would not, if we are to be cured.
Excuse
Against
me.
our lives, what is one child?
You fucking dare!
Could so easily have made it up.
Oh boy. Dude, you shouldn't have... You should not have provoked me. I get really angry.
Stop! Stop, damn you! Give her back to me!
sure am.
Bring her back!
Hope so.
I will kill you, you bastard!
Yeah. I'd be crying. I'm feeling some maternal urges.
Is there nothing you can do for him?
He's changing. Like Hank. He may be in control now, but I don't think it will last. I have Lawton. It may help.
I'm getting some of my memories back as I'm running through the desert after this bastard. I'm running as fast as I can, guys. Like, this is as fast as I can sprint right now. Moving with a quickness.
Don't do this!
I just had a baby, so you know, I'm a little slow. How's my belly look? Still big. I think after you have a baby, you're still big for a while.
Hurt her!
Whoa!
Please, please, she's all I have.
He took my bracelet so that he could get through the world. Ooh, my vision keeps buzzing.
Bring her back to me.
This is really tense. Like, I'm controlling her, but like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Just trying to follow the guy. Dude, I'm like experiencing Tazi's emotions right now. This is really well done. Okay. Got another achievement.
Marie, I'm coming. I see you, you bastard! I see you! Bring her back! Don't do this! Please don't do this to us!
It's our only chance, Tessie. I'm sorry.
Bitch.
Come on!
Going up. Oh, fuck, going down. Oh, I was just running. I'll fix it. The real monster was childbirth.
He will die. What other choice do we have? Hank, stay with me, Hank.
Accept her bargain, Tessie. I know it is painful. This way, we all live. Maybe even Salim.
Oh, okay. I understand. The queen wanted the baby, and in exchange we all live. Maybe? The Empress, sorry. Yeah, you know. I think that's what I'm predicting. Oh, fuck. More vaginas!
girl. Hank will die because of you. We'll all die.
Don't listen, Tazzy. It's all right.
Please. Goddess.
Queen, whatever.
Whatever you are. He's dying.
You know my terms, Tazi-Chiano. Have you changed your answer?
No. No, I can't stay. I can't give her up.
Then I cannot save you. But I am not a monster. I will give you aid before you face the desert.
I refused her. She wanted me to stay until the baby came. She wanted Amari.
Oh, yep. That was correct. First wanted your baby. It's because the Empress was barren. She couldn't have children. We learned that from all the little pieces of paper. They called her the mother to us all who could not be a mother or something.
Malik, help me, please.
I have him. Here. Mr. Mitchell, can you hear me?
Here, Hank, drink.
God, the devil. Look. His wound.
Oh, it turned us all into ghouls.
Drink, all of you. It will sustain you in the desert.
And it did, but it turned us into monsters.
The fountain. We drank. No.
Ooh, I'm looking like dog shit right now.
Leon. It's what happened to Leon. How can I ever get back from this? You're a monster, Tazi-Chian, and all you can do now is save Amari.
Hold on, I want to look in here again, and it's like when I wake up in the morning and look in the mirror before I do my skincare.
What would your old dad have made of this, Tazzy? To stand here, to have seen this place. Almost a shame we have to leave.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to tell anyone about it, since we all die.
Couldn't. Not after Alice.
Hey, I know. I do understand. And so will Salim. We'll find a way to...
Mr. Mitchell.
I'm alright. I can't quite see properly. Something at the edge of my eyes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the worms. The weird black vein worm things. We all started turning into corpse-eating ghouls. Or flesh-eating ghouls. Where'd that baby stealing bitch go? Uh-oh.
No, fuck no!
Mr. Mitchell, stop! I will shoot! Run from me, Tazzy! Go!
Oh, Lord.
Quickly!
Yep. Turned into ghouls.
Hank.
Hank was the only one who was being nice about this whole thing. He's like, it's okay that you chose not to give up the baby.
Malik. You stopped him. You saved us. I'm sorry.
Honestly, that birth scene, it could have been way worse, and I think it was handled okay. Still super traumatizing though. But I know it was supposed to be. Like, it was for Tazzy, so was for me too. Come here.
Darcy,
Oh shit, Hank's in here.
Darcy, I can smell you. You are nearly lost. Fight it. Fight it. It
Okay.
will take you, Darcy. It has taken me.
Hank.
I'm trying.
Christ.
Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, up here.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how to help you. Or
Nah,
or any
it's
of
over
us.
for that guy.
I just need. I need to save Amarie.
Guys, I don't think any amount of skincare is gonna bring him back. More matches. Weapons when I hit B now. Nothing. No more B to baby. This baby is gone. Love matches. Bitch, no! Small, be small! He's so small. Oh, that didn't work. Matches. Which way I'm supposed to go? But we'll try this one. More memories.
Tiger. Closer than
Did I mention that they saved their nicest memories to give them
They
before?
contain my formula. There are 4 major vitae flows into her tower. Find the maintenance ports. One via
Torturing
should
them again?
suffice for each. Seeding the flesh into a flow should choke it, cut off her supply, and wreak havoc at the factory outlets themselves. But be wary. The red flesh is volatile, and unless all the flows are stopped, the constant cycle of pain and fear will continue, and our penance will not end. I know
That makes sense.
if you succeed, the tower will fall, and we will not meet again in this world. If the true ancestors deem that we have atoned for this great sin, we may yet meet again, in another place. All my hopes go with you. In all our names eternal.
Alright.
So, there might be a way to end all of this. But it doesn't sound like any of us would survive.
I guess I have to make that decision. This one's already been dealt with. This way. I don't know if I've been somewhere because I light things. I've been down here and I lit that. Came in here. Okay. There are 3 different endings. Oh shit. I know that. I know you find that very interesting. Okay, so change the power down here. Don't know what I'm supposed to do next, but I'm just gonna bebop around until I figure it out. Current objective? Yeah, I'm still fixing the elevator. I think. On my way back to it. Went down there and I moved the power. And then need to... I need to go back to the elevator. Oh. Haven't been in here. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool.
Aid your companions, but you must stay until the child is born.
That Empress wants your baby.
Against the rest of us.
You could save Celine.
Tazzy, it has to be your choice. It's your life.
I can't help you. I can't. I'm lost. Yes. I will not give up this child. I'm coming.
Yeah, I think probably if you don't take the Vitae, the baby is born tainted or whatever. And The Empress is not happy, so that's probably one of the endings. But I'm in the other one right now. Woo! Here we go. I'm so tense. When's the last time I was so, like, tense about the ending of a game? I don't remember. Okay.
Where's he taking her? Amani!
Oh, hey, I remember. There's an orb. There's an orb in there. The portal. I fixed one of these earlier. I'm 100% down with the Empress dying. It just, I'm curious if the Empress wants my baby to raise as her own because she couldn't have a baby, or if she wants it for the Vitae.
I see you, you piece of filth!
What? Kill that
She will
fucker.
not answer.
What have you done with her?
You must listen. I'm trying to save.
Oh. Oh.
What are you?
Oh.
Have no fear, Tazi Trianon. I have no wish to hurt you or your child.
Dude, I just
Then
killed
let
that
us
guy.
go. With the portal, I can take her home.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer
She
guy.
will die. You do not remember? The child will be born with a sickness. It will waste her to nothing. Here with me, she can live. Here, there is hope.
No. I thought I cured her. In that horrible place. You showed me.
A temporary respite. As with her sister, the illness is too deeply rooted. I am sorry. Vitae can halt this decay for a time, but is no cure. She will always need it.
Just like the Empress.
Follow. I will take you to her.
The Empress is up there in that big old brain-looking thing, hooked into shit. Like, you're looking like doo-doo up there, lady. That is the most that is awful. I guess,
I saw the child within you.
She,
Only a germ, but growing.
Ooh.
I could not let her die.
Projects her consciousness. What about up here? What's up here? Hold on.
Come with me, Tazi Trianon, before you are lost.
Ooh. I could go in there and kill that bitch, but I need Vitae to open the door. Have any?
Tazi, follow me.
Yeah, I know you want me to follow you, but no.
I brought you all to me so she could be saved.
Are you saying you crashed our plane? Ooh.
I told you that Vitae would give her life, but that she must stay here.
Hold on.
You did not listen. you would not give her up. You would have died in the desert.
Yeah, but did you crash our plane though?
I had no choice but to make you into something I could control.
Great, thanks for that.
I would care for her.
Consent is important.
I could be the mother I was meant to be. Look at yourself, Tazzy. You have become a harvester. Soon your mind will be nothing but hunger. You can do no more for her, but I can. You must let me be her mother. Here.
This is a nice room.
I'm here. I'm here, my heart.
It's better than the rest of these rooms.
I've got you.
The rest of these would suck.
Mama's here.
Sounds like Jim.
Comfort her.
I'm hungry right
Feed
now.
her. Say goodbye. You do not have much time. When you are done, leave her and come to me. I will ease your oblivion.
It's
Feed a
all
baby.
right, little one. It's all right. Oh, God.
No, don't. Do
Look
not.
at Isabelle. How did we get to this?
You're not in a state for this, lady.
If we try to go home, can I find a way to keep you safe?
I don't think that your blood, or sorry, milk is going to be
And
very
this
good
all
right
over
now.
again.
Alright, whatever. Here's some creepy ghoul milk.
But to leave you here with her and all of those things that they have to do to keep her alive. What are we to do?
I do not like the decision I'm about to have to make.
Close your eyes, for sleep is coming. Hush. No. Maman, si so don't you cry.
I guess the Empress said to feed her.
I know.
Didn't she?
I'm sorry.
I guess your milk's not ghoul milk yet. I don't know. Dude, I don't know anything about this. It just doesn't look like it's probably very healthy right now. Okay, what are my objectives say? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark. I have some question marks. Oof. Beat a baby. Yay! I can beat a baby again.
Don't you cry.
Did you say there are 3 possible endings? Yeah, I can see them right now. They're right here. And I think I know what they are.
Do I refuse her? And you and I step out there and see what comes to us?
Okay.
Please, Tazzy. How can you protect her out in the world? The disease will ravage her as it did your other child. You have given me no choice. I shall save her from you. Do not run! I hear her, Tazzy. The signs were there from her conception. Her body won't fail her. It is your legacy.
I'll believe you. I believe you.
Hush, love.
Okay. Okay, time to die. Terrible, horrible lady. Time to die. You should have died a long time ago.
Stop! You will kill us all!
It's working. We can end this. But I don't think we'll survive it, little one.
Do not struggle, Tazzy.
No! She's changing me. Don't let her catch me. I'll lose myself.
Stop this foolishness. You're losing yourself.
Almost there too. Sounds. All right, I got 2 achievements. Ugh. Gotta go back and do the one I wanted. I accidentally got caught by her too many times, I think. Oops. Well, we got one ending. That's not the one I wanted. Man, I only had one more left. One more yucky boy to do. Whoa. There are no good decisions, though. one of my decisions is to leave with my baby. I mean, my baby's still sick, and then she's gonna die. And then I leave all this horrible place to continue on, and this Empress to be up there and keep harvesting people's torment, which is not the moral decision, and it honestly doesn't end well for me either. Or the Harvester ending, which I just got, where I just let the Empress do what she wants, or I can kill the Empress. Which is the best one. I want that one. Alright, let's go back and do that. I'm getting so many achievements. I could not get caught by her. Probably be easier to not get caught if I just let my baby stay in there, huh? Helped her give birth to a beautiful daughter, but now the child is born, the doctor has stolen her away. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, really? I have to start at the beginning of the chapter?
Where's he taking her? Amani!
Oh, it's fine. I mean, there's not much to do here. I remember. Okay, this is mostly just cutscenes. It'll be fun. Morgan, I have a question.
Lift this curse!
I see you, you piece of filth!
She will not answer.
What have you done with her?
Yeah,
You must listen to her.
Yeah, kill that bitch.
Trying to save me.
Smash that bitch.
What are you?
Have no fear, Tazi Triano.
Is there a way to skip through?
I have no wish to hurt you.
I don't want to
or
hear
your child.
this Empress
Then
talk.
let us go! With the portal, I can take her home.
The question
She
is,
will die.
do I have to have the baby with me
You do
when
not
I do the
remember?
red stuff?
The child will be born with a sickness. It will waste her to nothing. Here with me, she can live. Here, there is hope.
Like,
No. I thought
okay, I figured.
I cured her. In that horrible place. You showed me.
A temporary respite. As with her sister, the illness is too deeply rooted. I am sorry. Vitae can halt this decay.
And,
for a time.
do I just have to
But
hide
is
behind
no
stuff like I
cure.
do with the other wraiths?
She will always need it.
How many times can I get caught?
Follow. I will take you to her.
Because there's beat a baby. Beat a baby's important. Okay. Beat a calm the baby. Yeah.
I saw the child within you. Only a germ, but growing. I could not let her die.
Is there a way to get stuff before we? No.
I brought you all to me so
That was really
she
close.
could be saved. I told you that Vitae would give her life, but that she must stay here. You did not listen. You would not give her up. You would have died in the desert. I
This is
had
probably not a
no
set amount of time
choice
if we can get caught.
but to make you into something I could control.
Yeah.
I would care for her.
Jinx.
I could be the mother I was meant to be. Look at yourself, Tazzy. You have become a harvester. Soon your mind will be nothing but hunger. You can do no more for her, but I can. You must let me be her mother. Here.
Marie. I'm here. I'm here, my heart.
Listen, this game is all about beat a baby.
Mama's here.
What if you can crouch with the
Comfort her. Feed her. Say goodbye.
It's still weird
You
to
do
me
not
that I'm
have
giving
much
baby
time.
harvester milk.
When you are done, leave her and come to me. I will ease your oblivion.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen,
It's all right.
separate from the weird disease part,
want-
first time we've ever seen breastfeeding,
It's all right.
you know, depicted in a video game, I think. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, God. Look at us, Amari. How did we get to this?
I need to
If I
cut
try
this
to go home,
thing now. I'm
can
gonna
I
pick
find
it
a
off.
way to keep you safe? Or will it be Alice all over again? But to leave you here with her and all of those things that they have to do to keep her alive.
Yeah, that lady is terrible.
What are we
Fucking,
to
like
do?
a literal parasite.
Hush now. Lullaby. Close your eyes for
So,
sleep.
now you know which
is
ending I
coming.
picked, but I just wasn't good enough to get there.
No. Mama's here, so don't you cry. I know. I'm sorry.
That baby, I gotta say, is rather large for a newborn. Did I already say that? I mean, it's not a situation where they had... That's exactly what I predicted. It's not a situation where they can't cast a newborn in the show. Like, they can animate it however they want. Okay, let's go.
Don't refuse her. And you and I step out there and see what comes to us.
Please, Tazzy. How can you protect her out in the world? You have given me no choice. I shall save her from you. Do not run! I hear her, Tazzy.
Okay. We've done
The
this before.
signs were there from her conception.
Just have to be more careful.
Her body will fail her. It is your legacy.
Just to go slower than I was going.
Vitae will keep her whole. You could not accept it. You chose to run. But I have made you one of my servants. Now you cannot take her from me. Now you cannot let her die.
Bitch, watch me. Let's go a little slower than we were going the first time. It'll be fine. nothing like, nothing compared to the difficulty of Witcher 3 on hard mode, so I'm fine.
Stop! You will kill us all!
It's working. We can end this. But I don't think we'll survive it, little one.
Sleep, little baby. The bitch is angry. She is sweeping for me.
Hey, little one.
You are not thinking clearly. It can't end this way. Do not struggle, Tuzzy.
No! She's changing me. I can't let her catch me. I'll lose myself.
Okay. I'm trying.
Come on now.
I shall save her from you.
Yeah, why don't you look somewhere else?
You would have died in the desert without the well water. The child would be dead now.
Got this. Okay. I think both of the quote-unquote good endings are equally difficult. Because you have to come around and stuff.
By ending me, you end this world. You and your child will die.
No, little one. I'm sorry. But our world, there's so much pain. It can't go on like this.
More. It's, on the other
You
side.
are in pain. You are fearful. But this is not the way.
Oh wait, I can't go through these vines. Can I? No.
Think! You have come all this way for her! This will destroy both of you!
There. Let me just back to the vines. And get down and touch the
I
baby.
cannot let you do this!
Run and crouch and baby.
It's alright.
And run, 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 run. All right.
This is it, Amari. If we do this, this is the end.
I was just going too fast. Very possible. All right. Let's watch this bitch die. Front row seat. Yeah, but you're horrible. A horrible parasite, and I don't want to leave my daughter with you, even if it means that we'll both die here.
I'm so sorry, my
torture factory shit. It's gotta end. Those poor people can finally just die. They don't have to be tortured for eternity or for a while. Minnie, how would she have sustained that? Don't they just die eventually? Iconoclast is the achievement I just got. I don't know. I don't remember what that word means. That's probably the best ending. Oh, I can do the third one right now too, but yeah. Jinx. Jinx. Little Jinx. First let's take a break. I gotta go to the bathroom. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. 5 minutes. back. Computer, turn off bedroom lights. Let's do this last ending. Freddy. Oh, I need my chat box up. I can't see. Here we go. Third time to watch this guy's head get beaten into the ground. Harvester is definitely the worst ending.
I see you, you piece of filth!
She will not answer.
What have you done with her?
You must listen to her.
Bounce him like a basketball.
Stop!
Empress lady, you looking real gross. Say it again. No, that's what I was like, bounce his head like a basketball. Watch him die for the third time.
Have no fear, Tazi Driano. I have no wish to hurt you or your child.
Then let us go! With the portal I can take her home!
She will die.
Exactly
You do not
what we're
remember?
gonna do.
The child will be born with a sickness. It will waste her to nothing. Here with me, she can live. Here, there is hope.
Yeah, here she can live horribly. Like, what kind of life is that?
I thought...
There's a spider on the wall.
I thought I cured her. In that horrible place. You showed me.
A temporary respite.
There's a spider over here.
As with her sister, the illness
Spiders
is
are
too
good boys.
deeply rooted.
They eat bad bugs.
I am sorry. Vitae can halt
Listen,
this
he's just
decay
living his little spider
for a
life up
time,
there.
but is no cure.
You want me to
She
kill
will
it?
always need it. Follow. I will
Want
take
me
you
to tell
to
you
her.
if I lose track of that? I wonder what kind it is. It doesn't, it's not one of the bad boys, so. Ooh. I didn't expect you to jump down from your web like that. Oh, sorry, I'm playing this game.
You cannot wait. Not if you wish to see.
Hold on, I gotta deal with the spider. Bob, should I kill the spider?
No, you don't have to.
He's sitting there. It's crawling around. Kinda wanna kill it. I don't want it near me. So.
See her again. I saw the child within you, only a germ and growing. I could not let her die.
I keep looking at the
brought
spider.
you all to me, so she could be
I'm
saved.
gonna get away from the spider.
I told you that Vitae would give her life, but that she must stay here. You did not listen. You would not give her up. You would have died in the desert.
Fuck, I gotta kill this spider. Scare me. Scared. I don't like the spider.
Spiders are good boys.
Yeah, I don't like it. Being this close to me.
Thought they ate bad boys.
They do, but I don't want them. Can they do it in a different vicinity? Squish it with. Sorry, spider. Okay, it's dead. What? I don't like that it was moving around near my feet. Press F to display respect. The spider. I didn't like that it was moving around my feet like that. So. Like it was near me in a way that I didn't appreciate. Oh. Alright, dude. Sucks to suck. Okay. Back to what we were doing. I was way too distracted.
I had no choice but to make you into something I could control. I would care for her. I could be the mother I was meant to be. Look at yourself, Tazzy. You have become a harvester. Soon your mind will be nothing but hunger. You can do no more for her, but I can. You must let me be her mother. Here.
I'm here. I'm here, my heart.
At least there's no more spiders on the ground.
Mama's
The
here.
real horror was the spiders on the ground.
Comfort her. Feed her. Say goodbye. You do not have much time. When you are done, leave her and come to me. I will ease your oblivion.
It's all right, little one. It's all right.
And this cutscene will progress while Bob gets me some wine.
Look at us, Amanda.
He's getting it.
How did we get to this? If we try to go home, can
At
I
least
find
her
a way
breast
to keep
doesn't
you
have like
safe?
the black veins in it. Maybe just the one boobie
Alice
is
all over
okay.
again.
What if boobies are impervious to damage?
With her and all of those things
The
that
one
they have
boobie's
to
okay.
do to
The
keep
rest
her
of it
alive.
looks not great.
What are we to do? Hush. No.
Guys, boobs are food.
Close your eyes, for sleep is coming.
Did you say crunch? No crunch. We do not crunch. Boobs are food, but not crunch. Not everything you eat is crunch, Bob. Some things you eat are liquid.
I know. I'm sorry.
I was thinking about saying something extremely inappropriate.
Settle with something wildly inappropriate.
Settle for some mildly inappropriate. Just drink some red wine and forget about that. Okay. Let's do the third ending.
And
Yeah,
so am I
Jack's
stuck
excited
out
for
then.
the third ending.
See what comes to us.
Please, Tazzy. How can you protect her out in the world?
But I wonder if there's a separate ending for me setting the baby down.
You have given me no choice.
On my own and not getting caught. I was gonna say, I told Bob about those things, the nipple things.
The signs were there
And he
for
was
her conception.
like,
her body will
what?
fail.
I don't understand
It
how
is
that works. And I said, it's like a
legacy.
fleshlight for nipples.
It's all right.
And he goes, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, does it?
Vitae will keep her whole. You could not accept it. You chose to run.
Please be quiet. Please.
Well, he was not understanding. He's like, what's a nipple sucker? And I'm like, it's a nipple sucker. What? I don't know what to. He's like, yeah, but how does it work?
Now you cannot
I'm like,
take
well,
her
I haven't,
from me.
you know.
Now you cannot let her die.
I haven't really opened the box yet. I bet this is how it works. Like a breast pump, but for fun.
I shall save her from you.
Come on now.
You would have died in the desert without the well water. The child would be dead now.
Be baby. Be baby.
Don't worry.
I know fate is cruel. She was cruel to me. I can change your child's fate.
The Empress is like, fate was cruel to me, I couldn't have a baby and I was sick. And I'm like, yeah, but most people would just be like, yeah, I'll just die. Instead of what you did, which was, what if I tortured millions of people to stay alive?
No, you cannot. She will not live. Patty, your child will die without Vitae.
Yeah, I know. But it's about being a completionist. It's about the achievements. Small baby.
She's gone. She's gone. It's all right, Amari. She's gone. Oh, Christ.
It's just born. Why don't you give it a little bit more frickin'... Boy.
I've got you, Amari. We're home.
Back in Paris? Yep, we're back in Paris.
You're cold. I'll take care of you, my heart. Maman's here.
Provider. That's another achievement I just got. Okay, now we can let the credits run. Since I got all the achievements.
Congratulations!
That was great. I really liked this game. I thought it was a really good game. And in keeping with horror games, you don't really have a good ending. Like, there's no good ending per se. But I thought this was really a great sequel. 10 out of 10. Enjoyed it immensely. It was really tense. A lot of horror that wasn't jump scares, but there were also some jump scares to keep me on my toes. And puzzles were interesting without being like unintuitive. All the environments, like being in the other world and like being down in the caves and being in the desert. Yeah, oh, it was really great. Yeah, I agree, Bob. Tazi was a really, really sympathetic protagonist. I really felt her pain and struggle throughout the whole thing. Really I cared about her. I cared about what happened to her and the baby, which is, for somebody who has no desire at all to go through, like, childbirth and stuff, they still managed to make me, like, really invested in that process. And, like, be with her in that. What do you think about that part, Bob?
That was good.
As somebody who cannot, cannot go through the childbirth process. Did it force you to empathize with something that is not like an experience you'll ever have?
Or then,
you struggle with empathy?
but what I did like is having a baby and then giving them. It's like the most tired trouble.
I'm so glad that baby wasn't a monster. Literally, the real horror the whole time was hereditary, like, diseases. They're called congenital, right, if you're born with them? Congenital, like, disease and genetics. The real horror all along. I liked all the mythology about ghouls and stuff. I liked how they they dropped in a bunch of, connections to the first game. Because this expedition that goes wrong happens 100 years after the events of the first game. And so we see signs of the first expedition that Daniel was part of, where he encountered the orbs and he brought the shadow back to, back to our world. And the shadow, it turns out, I think, in this mythos, is just, oh look, the consequences of my bad actions.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Like, I'm pretty sure that the shadow just is there to be like, hey, yeah, you have the Vitae and you're able to live, but also, like, fuck you. You have to reap like what you sowed here, and what you sowed was torture, and so it'll lead to destruction. I really like that as a moral of this game. Because a lot of horror games are just like, people are awful and then they don't, like, there's no retribution. It's just like, people are awful and there's nothing we can do about it and it just keeps happening. And your protagonist is like a terrible person who does terrible things and you're glad when they die. Like in Amnesia The Dark Descent and Outlast didn't have a good protagonist. Soma's protagonist wasn't a bad guy.
I don't know. I feel like being very upset when you go, wait, that was me? That one's gonna die? No. I thought the pain only happened to other people.
No, he's upset with the transferring consciousness part.
But only when he's on the other side.
I don't know. I thought Soma was a really good game for the most part. Some of the mechanics weren't great, but another good horror game protagonist is Ripley in Alien Isolation. How long? Like, we can't go too long without invoking the name of Alien Isolation on this stream. Alright, let's look. Custom stories just got unlocked. What is that? At least once a week. What is a custom story? Are these mods?
Oh, probably.
Oh, that's neat. So, community created content. So there's one where you have to lean while moving. There's one where you have to be quiet. There's one where it balances the matches and lamps. Skippable logos. All kinds of stuff. Neat.
Oh, none of that Steam Workshop stuff showed up.
I know, I was telling you. Are there any, like, behind the scenes things I can watch?
The one I already showed you.
No, I know, sometimes once you finish the game, they show you, they let you have access to that. We have 30 minutes, so I'm gonna show you a really cool video. Actually, how long is that video?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
But we can watch the J commentary today.
I'm for all of it. Soma, Amnesia, Rebirth. So, how horror works in Amnesia Rebirth, Ars Technica. Let's, it's 46 minutes. And we can just watch most of it because we have some time before the stream ends.
You want to move your head to the other side? Unless you just want to get Jay watch along.
Yeah.
A lot of horror games just throws the player into some sort of haunted house and tells them, oh, go and have scares. And I'm like, why should I care? And answering that question, why should I care, is extremely important to have that sort of deeper experience and sort of lasting impression.
I wonder if we should keep these subtitles on.
No, because your face is coming. But it might be difficult for Morgan to understand.
I am Thomas Grip, and I'm creator director at Frictional Games. Amnesia was released in September 2010. The first reactions that we got from Amnesia was that it felt very fresh to have a protagonist that couldn't defend themselves.
What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget.
You can hear it okay, right?
Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus.
At this point in time, most horror games rely...
Hold on. You're right. Let me move my face.
Top right corner.
Maybe the top left. Up here. Works. I'm gonna change the title of the stream real quick. To special features. We're making our own special features here.
Exclusive interview with J. Cato Tester.
relied on a combat system or something at least like it. In Amnesia The Dark Descent, you really didn't have anything apart from running away or hiding from monsters, and you couldn't even look at the monsters. Many other games at the time were really based around shoving monsters in your face. It was a very new experience for players to just, like, listen for the monsters.
I think that, yeah, I really... If I'd have played
use
this
their imagination
when it
in
first
order
came out,
to
it
figure
would have been a
out
big
where
deal for
threat
me.
might or might
But
not
I'd played
be.
a lot of games
Now
like that
they had to
already.
base their tactics a lot on their own fantasy. When
you don't,
we first
if you don't know, and if you didn't watch, I was really
Amnesia,
salty
we
about
got
this
some,
game.
like really good reviews saying that it's one of the scariest games ever, but we never really thought ourselves as making a mark at that point. But we got pretty good feedback from our player base. Several months after the release, people were still talking about the game. And not only were they still talking, they were talking more and more about the game. I remember going to Reddit, I think it was like 2 or 3 months after release, and seeing Amnesia being on the front page, and then going back a week later and seeing another Amnesia-related front page on Reddit when we started to get a sense
If I play
that,
it on
wow,
1.5,
we're actually have created something
Morgan,
significant here.
I doubt we
was
will be able to
one,
understand
just
him
the
as much.
amount of meme material
Because he's already got an
that
accent.
came out of Amnesia. Like, a lot of people were scared in ways that they hadn't been before, and they were trying to communicate that with humor in various ways. Another way that we saw it was the whole Let's Player community, and there was something with Amnesia that just made Let's Players love broadcasting this game.
If the monster come, you sacrifice the head.
No going back now. No, it's coming after me! Oh,
What is that?
it's the thing that chased us before.
In Amnesia, a lot of it is built around the player's imagination, and Let's Players are really sort of performers. They're playing a role as they're in the game, and in Amnesia, it really allowed them to play it for their personalities to come forward. A Let's Player go into a game trying to create something entertaining for their audience. When they come across a scary hallway,
Actually, it makes him
in a
easier to
horror
understand.
game, they start looking around, thinking, oh, what could happen next? Talking out loud about what could scare them and so on. They're like working themselves into being frightened.
You're the expert.
Still can't see worth
Look at this old school streamer shit. There's no overlays. There's
normal
no
players to
order.
play the game in a certain manner. That also helped to boost the popularity of Amnesia. At the time Amnesia was released, you have names like Markiplier and PewDiePie, who are still one of the, you know, biggest YouTube personalities around.
They're actually somebody.
Mark didn't even have a cam for
They
this.
started doing their videos at the same time as we released Amnesia. Let's Players were a crucial ingredient
Man,
in
that's old
teaching the
school.
audience of just how they should approach the game. There are 2 main ways of doing horror games. Friday Amnesia, to a certain degree at least, what you had was horror layer games.
Nostalgia
Horror
of some.
gameplay
Look at all
is
these
really
horror
not
games
about
I've
horror.
played.
It's a shooter or it's an adventure game. And then you have like
Haven't played Alan Wake.
music and
Probably
jump
won't.
scares, and suddenly it's a horror experience. So you just take some standard gameplay that you've seen in other games, and you just wrap it in horror. In Silent Hill 2, there is this moment where you go into a room.
Bob, do you mind
see
posting
Pyramid
the
Head,
link
which
to
is
this video in the chat,
very
please?
horrible, creepy character, and you then cut to a cutscene. The protagonist walks into a closet, peeks out, and then sees that Pyramid Head, walks away, and then the player gets control afterwards. I would have wanted to play this. Why is this a cutscene?
It's
This is
on
the best
display
part.
capture,
This is the horror
so I don't
experience.
want to interrupt
the player
it.
to be part of this. We did something similar in Amnesia, where you get into a room, suddenly you hear a monster breaking into the room from behind a corner. And the only way to do at that moment is to hide in a closet. What happens here is that the players recreate this scene from Silent Hill, going into a closet, using their own agency in order to go into the closet and peek out Nothing is scripted, and
After
you know,
Rebirth,
they're really
have a
there
glass of
doing
wine.
these things. They're simulating a horror experience. They're playing through a horror experience. The other way of doing it is horror simulators. I think that the best example is Clock Tower. In Clock Tower, you really see how the developers are trying to replicate
Look at that
horror
fucking
movie
guy, like,
experience. You can
whoa.
hide in closets, you can push aside.
There he
antagonist.
is.
You only had one antagonist, the Sister Man, coming at you.
He's got
After
big ol'
we had
scissors.
released Amnesia, to my recollection at least, there weren't any immediate clones coming out. We were actually fairly alone on the field. Slender is the one that came 1.5, 2 years after release of Amnesia.
I have that
The graphics
game.
are not very good, and the gameplay is not
I wanna
very
play
good.
that.
But it has really good ambience just from having this very dark
Actually, I have
environment.
Slender the
and
Arrival.
Good ambient track.
That's it.
It's very similar to Amnesia. I'd say it's even more. It's all in your head, but I think we started seeing even more of these Let's Play games. It's fairly
Well, you're a
easy
pussy.
to make this game, and that's why we made Amnesia as well. The problem with us for horror game makers is that in Amnesia we relied a ton on the player not understanding the mechanics of what was happening. We had a situation, new scary music was playing, there was some footstep sounds heard, the player would go, oh, what is this, what is this? They were not used to that, they were used to these sort of things coming where there were actual danger. But then, a ton of games starting doing the same thing. I
Like
feel
that.
a bit bad about saying this. If these games were inspired by Amnesia, which I think they're partly
Amnesia
were,
was definitely better
what
than
they were
that game.
inspired by mostly was just these sort of moment-to-moment scares. They were not so keen on building a sort of narrative, explaining why the player
Always
was there.
gets me.
A lot of horror
Fucking
games that
sound.
came after was the player walking in was basically a carnival attraction, a sort of haunted mansion attraction, where you go into a room,
Fucking
poof,
Foxy.
a ghost pops out. You get a bit frightened by those things, but there's no really deeper frightening about that. I think it's extremely important that in order for horror to be effective, you have to establish a relationship with the player. They have to care about the character that they're playing as. When we started doing the game, we were really wanting to do a horror simulator. We wanted to make like the whole gameplay and scene that the player was captured in, all of that should combine into be a horror experience. It shouldn't just be a shooting gallery that's also frightening. It should be the whole point and focus should be on frightening the player. You have to know why you are doing something, and you have to sort of agree to doing that. Say, for example, that you're playing what's supposed to be a horror game, and your character is an army grunt. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm gonna go in here and do that. That's gonna be so different playing that character from playing someone who feels like a normal person who's over their head in dangers and whatnot and can barely handle it. That's the sort of relationship you have to establish. Going into Rebirth, that's gonna be even more important.
Mother of God, what happened here?
On top of that, you also need to make sure that you have a storyline that the player can hook into. There needs to be a sort of narrative drive. They need to know why they're going somewhere. They need to share the goals with the characters.
My most precious chamber, Daniel, and it lies well beyond the refinery.
Uh-huh.
In fact, it lies beneath the very stone
Immune to
of
Foxy.
bread and burn.
By sharing
never
these
I'm gonna be
things, the
immune
player
to
gets
that.
more emotionally attached, and then when actually horrible things happen
Eventually
to that
we'll
character, the
revisit
player's gonna
FNAF.
care more. What I want to do going forward
Once
in horror
it's,
games is to try and emulate not just
like new again.
carnival attraction, but I want to emulate the movie like, say, The Exorcist. The horror is not just the jump scares, but it's the whole narrative. It's on a much deeper level. That's sort of something that lasts after you've seen it, that affects you more deeply. If you have some sort of reductionistic view on it, it's, oh, there's a scary girl and there's some scary sightings and so on. And if you just try and do a movie that has that, you get a bad horror movie because you're not understanding what makes The Exorcist special. The Exorcist is about a mother that's about to lose her child. It's about a priest losing their faith. It's about people being confronted with worst of their nightmares. It's about losing control.
So happy
It's also
of all these things that they've learned about in the last 10 years to make Rebirth.
Yeah. In reality, and all of
Good
that
job, dude.
makes for a really disturbing experience. What really lasts are these themes, these overarching story bits. And I've always felt that was extremely important for any sort of horror experience. Horror is very interesting.
Even though October's over,
because
it's
it
still
allows
horror
us
time
to
over on
talk
Jay's
about
stream. It's horror time
very
every
difficult
week.
questions. In a sort of safe space, you go into it knowing it's gonna be frightening,
And my accent makes
so
it
you're
sound
not
like I'm saying
put
horror.
off by it being disturbing. Horror movies for me are about tackling the most horrible things that we can have in life, and I think they should. In Amnesia, one of the things that we wanted to discuss there, a big theme, was good and evil.
Why?
Eglums.
What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this?
In Amnesia, you're playing as Daniel, who slowly uncovers that in his past
That he's
he's
a
been
fuck.
torturing people.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a bad thing to do, but then
Obviously.
there's questions arising like, he can't recall torturing anyone, he doesn't like
Save his
old
own life.
self being tortured. Is he still evil? That was something we wanted to get across,
Mm-hmm.
but the more
Yes.
lasting impression from players was more the moment-to-moment scares, and that always annoyed me. I honestly felt that was a big failure with the game, and that we didn't accomplish what we set out to do.
It's just making me want to replay Soma.
When making Soma, we wanted to fix that. We wanted to make a game where people were not just affected and didn't just remember the moment-to-moment scares, but were deeply affected by the narrative, by the higher-end structure.
It's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction, to help people like you.
The focus of Soma was not so much on scares, because we were beginning to see, we had to do something different in order to stand out. The idea was to focus more on the narrative.
Yeah, I think
that
Soma was a really
scare
good
the
game
player
for the
instead,
most
that
part.
as they experience
There was a lot
the
going on
game
with it, but I did
through
like it.
first-person means being
It wasn't
immersed
fair
in
to
the
Soma
world,
that I
as
just
they
played
start
Alien
reflecting on that.
Isolation.
In a similar way to
How many
how
ti-
a
Whenever
player
Jay says
reflects
Alien
on the
Isolation,
sound
take a
effect
drink.
of some footsteps being heard, but on a much more complicated and higher level with how, your own place in the world in Soma
didn't know my
was a
favorite
lot
horror
about
game.
consciousness.
Whenever Jay makes a titty joke, take a drink.
There weren't a lot of games around that time that had that sort of narrative. So in Soma, the idea was to have questions like, oh, should I really care for someone who's trapped in a robot
I
body?
did care about
or
this
really
protagonist.
alive?
They
Should I
really had
care about
improved
life,
from Daniel.
If I'm, I find myself
Just
being a
sucks that I
robot,
played him
is
out
there
of
a
order,
soul?
you know.
And these things are not easily discussable in time spans where normal gameplay mechanic happens. So normal gameplay is like on seconds or possibly minutes. These things take hours. It was a big risk for us if players would care about these things and if they would help make the game enjoyable. Then in the end, it turns out that you can actually make a game like this. The intent with Soma was not making what I call like a horror layer game. The idea was that the players should be thinking about these deeper subjects as they play. That was the core intent with the game, and trying to pull it off. Everything else was secondary.
Did you run a diagnosis or something?
What was that?
No, it's just...
Why was it still talking?
It's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
What do you mean?
You know it's not magic. You were copied. The Sleeping Simon in the Sea was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
One of my favorite things
So many Simons.
in the game, you have to answer a questionnaire about what you think about different things that are.
Would you describe your physical
And then
condition?
at the end of the game, you have to answer the same questionnaire, and most people change their answers. The experience of
How
having
many
played the
endings
game
Soma had?
actually affects players deeply enough for them to change their answers to fundamental questions about.
Because if we
souls
replay it, we could try to get
and so
different
on.
results.
And that was deeply satisfying.
I
Going
know
on to
Morgan
Rebirth,
loves that shit.
We're still trying to make another thing. It's not going to be as
Oh, just one?
philosophical as
Okay.
we
Well, we
had
could just
with
try to
Soma,
find,
but it's
like,
still going to be a
their
very strong one.
collectibles.
And it's a good thing design-wise, but it's possibly unhealthy to you. But I always tend to focus on the aspects I think failed, and what I think failed in Soma was that we couldn't really mesh the gameplay with the narrative. They sort of go hand in hand, but in certain scenes and so on, especially when you're encountering enemies, they aren't as tight as they should have been, and the whole narrative experience is not as grounded in gameplay as I think we can make. And then trying to remedy that is a focus of Rebirth.
Rules of suspense.
Technology is not so much making
really?
the
I
shiniest
think I
game
got it, though.
possible with the
On that,
latest
'cause
features.
you told me it was
We're
free.
actually trying to make the biggest and sort of highest production value game that we can on being a small team. Our approach is not to squeeze everything out of these and having the best graphics.
The thing
but
is that
thinking
all horror
about
games are
how
made by a
can we
small
utilize
team.
this to have like graphics
Almost
that
never a
look
AAA
good,
horror
work
game
well for
ever.
the game, but
That's
that we actually
why
do fairly fast.
That
When
one
you
game
make
that I
a
like so
achievement,
much is,
you are fairly confident at
so
an
unique.
early stage if it's going to work or not. So if you have a cylinder running around
Basically a
and
AAA
you
horror
shoot
game.
spheres that are like multicolored spheres, you can have pretty decent gameplay having those extremely simple graphical representation. Feel that everything's fitting, and then you like add the polish on top of it.
Doom is on my
knowing
list,
that
the
not
original.
much is going to change level-wise. But for a horror
I know
game,
Doom
it's
Eternal
very
just
different.
came out.
If you have a cylinder running around, people are going to go, why should I be scared of the cylinder? You have to have environments that have sounds, lightning, and so on. You have to come to a certain graphical fidelity in order to understand if something is working or not. You can't like plan for everything, and certain things just have to be tested if they work or not. Then having a pipeline where we can easily swap rooms around, where we don't have to worry about rebuilding large databases, where we can easily iterate things. We don't have to have servers crunching things for 2 days before we can try it with all the lightning on. In order to do a good horror game, I think you have to be able to do these things, because otherwise a lot of it is guesswork, and it's going to be very hard to get that feeling.
They did such a good
that you're
job.
after. So another use
So, as someone who's not a
technology that we
professional
didn't have
reviewer
before
or a
is,
professional
how
game
cheap
person,
the
journalist,
video
it's
and
really hard
bandwidth
for me
are.
to
When we play
express how good that game is. But
we
it is.
basically only had written feedback.
Sure, there are
now
many
what we can
smarter
do
people
instead,
than
what
me
we could do before the whole
properly,
Corona situation happened, we could get people sitting down in our office, record their face, and record as they're playing. Interestingly, all of this technology is streamer. It's made for YouTubers, people playing Amnesia way back. We're using the exact same technology that they're using now in order to do playtests. We are
like how they play
recording them
tested,
playing,
but
so just
essentially
seeing
the
how they
stream
react
as a
in
streamer
different
doing it
situation.
for the
We
first
have
time.
their reactions on top of this. So if they're, say, walking a corridor, what we're going to be seeing in-game is just the player walking in a corridor. But when we can check their footage, you can see that they're gripping the controller tighter. They're really staring at the screen.
Okay, I think there's something walking around here.
Yeah, it's important.
Ooh, there he is. Ah, he's right where I want to be.
You're obviously frightened about what's going to happen next. Something that would be extremely hard to know.
Getting
just
Let's
seeing
Players
the
to
gameplay footage.
playtest
Having
something is
their
brilliant.
facial expression
Go, Susie, go!
juxtaposed with the gameplay footage is extremely valuable for evaluating what's happening in the situation.
Success!
Players, they articulate as they play, like they talk loudly, and I think that doing this feels more comfortable because people are used to seeing people on YouTube doing it. You have a culture where it's people know how to talk openly about what they're currently experiencing. So that's really great for us as well, because people enter rooms and without really losing themselves from the game are able to articulate.
There. Oh, he's right there. All right. Well, that's just freaking great.
So they're sort of having this
Right
sort of
there,
stream
that's
of consciousness,
fucking
and
great.
it's
Yeah.
almost like you have
It's a trained
tool
skill,
where you can see
actually.
they're actually thinking from
Not everyone
moment
can
to
do
moment.
that.
But I think that if you were to sit someone down, or a bunch of people down 10, 15 years back,
Did you know that being
doing that all
did you
would
know
be
that being a
hard. And I
streamer
think
is a
that's really
skill?
cool. So that's part of it is technology, just being able to record all of this, and in order to make like
Some people
a
just
really
sit there and say
effective, horror game
nothing.
that goes beyond just jump scares.
You have to
need
make yourself
have
talk.
This whole package, and you need to have the player engaged on
Learn
more
how to
than
do
one
it.
level.
And after, what, 2 years? 2 years. Pretty good at it.
A good example of this is we're trying to set up a scene that's inherently spooky to the players. You walk into a room that's not filled with water, suddenly it's filled with water. So amping up the fear and so on.
Saying nice
So
things about
the
myself.
gameplay here, which is keep out of the water, is basically the floor is lava.
Yeah, it sucks that I was already like
When we
prepared
started
for this by
making the water
Spookies,
weapon
because
sequence, there was a
Spookies did
design
an homage
The
to
design
that,
document said
that
there were
water
gonna be
monster.
tentacles that were
Them
coming
playing
up,
things way out of order.
I started to implement this, and I was like, shit, can't do tentacles. Like, we have no one to animate or anything, have to come up with something else. I had water splashes though, those were already made for other reasons. So I was thinking, oh yeah, could be an invisible monster. And again, a lot with the imagination. So all pieces connect to having this sort of horror experience. We wanted to have as much interesting gameplay at this as we possibly can. So now we have a monster in the water. What else can you do? So the player walks to the end of the room trying to get away. Oh no, the gate is closed. So you're constantly adding tension to this. And as you pull the lever, the door is only going to be open for a short amount of time. And in order for
Oh,
the
I
player
remember that
to
part.
go quickly to
It's
this,
really
door,
hard.
you have to run a bit in the water. But then in the water, you have this invisible monster chasing the players. Then the player has to jump into the water, which is the worst case possible, and to spin this really
Jumping
slow
into the
wheel.
water
All of that
and
combined
spinning
with
that
this
fucking wheel
invisible
on a
monster,
controller was
which you're not
awful.
sure what it is, which is really good for fear, has the player
Shouldn't use a
constantly
controller for those, by the
confronting
way.
the
Switch to your
horrible
mouse and
aspect
keyboard.
of being in the water and trying to move quickly, and all of that sort of combines into making it one horror experience. The one sequence in Amnesia Rebirth we had as an inspiration, which is one of my favorite gameplay sequences, which is the start of the first Silent Hill, where you walk in this alleyway, and then it gets dark, you hear sirens, it's just really, really good build-up, and then you light the match.
I've never played this. I imagine that if I go back and play it again, I'll be disappointed.
We have now so you can
everything
light
is built
sources.
from
That we had in
this.
exactly like we had in Dark
Played
Descent, which
modern
is basically you
games.
have a bunch of matches, and then or tinder boxes in Dark Descent. Now it was matches, and you just click on a light and it gets lit. But that's not how it works in a horror story, right? So if you think about how would a horror movie do this? Well, the protagonist would first light a match, which serves as a light source. And when you've lit one match, you can light several light sources. So this allows us to have like a table full of candles. It gives that interesting sense of shaping the environment to your own benefit in a very simple
Makes
way.
me
by
feel
just
so
lighting.
good
Then you
to
can
light
also use that
things.
as a light source, which is really intense in a way where you're in a very dark space. There's no other light, and you know that just as in the old Dark Descent, being in the dark is bad. Then the player is thinking what might be beyond there in the darkness, because you sort of, when you light a match in a very dark place, you have this sort of wall of darkness surrounding you.
Wanna play hide and
Oh,
If you
fuck.
stand still thinking about that, the light sort of burns very slowly, but the moment you start moving, it burns faster. So you're stuck in this position. You want to stay longer in the light, right? But then you can't move, and then you have to think about what might be out there. It's a catalyst for the player's fantasy to run wild, and that's something that sort of worked very well, and that's one of those things that I think is a very good evolution of a previous
see
game. You want to build on emotions and give
Ooh,
more
have I seen The
freedom to the player
Conjuring?
to play around and to frighten
I haven't.
themselves.
I should watch
and being
that.
able to light a match in the dark and then go around lighting places is a very simplistic thing, but it adds a lot to the feeling. It also adds a bit of tactility to it, which is something that I think is a big part of Amnesia, in that you have to open doors in an analog fashion, you have to pull levers. Build
There it
emotion
is.
for the
This is
player
how I knew what to
the
do.
character.
I
Amnesia
cheated.
Rebirth is built
Bob
with
and I watched
so
this
much
video,
engine, which
like,
is
before I played the
honestly
game.
an old
It's
engine,
what made me be
but
like,
it's also
oh,
an
I
engine
wanna play that.
all people working on the team knows, and we can really
I
crunch
knew
out
about
these
The Rock.
things fast into
Just
a,
like old
a high
school.
quality level.
Just
Being
like
able
old
to
times.
iterate
Time to throw a
and
rock at it.
be able to do a lot of things, and almost every place you're in Amnesia Rebirth is a new environment. We're constantly
no,
changing
it's
it
so
up
cool.
for the player to not
This desert
know
shit
what's
is
gonna happen
awesome.
next. You have to constantly think about narrative things that keeps the player going.
Do not allow yourself anger. Do not allow yourself to fear. But you must try to keep calm, or it will get worse. Understand me, Tassie?
I like
If
how
I say that you
Claude
have
it's
a game where there's monsters
throwback.
that are gonna eat you, and if you get eaten, you have to start all over. Okay, shit, I care about not being eaten on a mechanical level. I don't want to do that.
care
But
about
if
not
you
being
have a
eaten on a
game that
mechanical
says
level.
you are ill, and you might get more ill if you get into certain situations. The only reason that you would care is that if you actually care about the character and you don't want them to be more ill. You need to have some sort of overarching narrative goals that means that, oh shit, in order to carry these things out, I need to get hold of my current illness. Otherwise, I can see that further down the line, given a bunch of narrative and story bits, I need to stay healthy. Obviously, this is, like, shit, this is hard, right? So why not just throw the player into creepy things and make scary pop-ups? That's been done. Like that's just gonna be another horror game that's already been made. We want to try and go
Yeah,
where games have not
overworking their
done
goals
before.
and being
Try
out
and,
of
like,
shit.
think about, okay,
Exactly.
what would be an interesting journey for the player? What would be an interesting experience? And trying to emulate that in a game. And similarly to Soma, where we said, yeah, we're gonna explore consciousness in a game. If we manage that, that's gonna be what says if the game's a success or not. And in Rebirth, we're gonna have, for instance, an illness, and we're gonna have other things connected to this illness that are not obviously gameplay related. If I'm playing
Like the
I know,
baby.
whatever
Be the
action and
baby!
so on. I'm playing it because it's damn fun just repeating this gameplay over and over. But in a horror game, it's like, shit, I am frightened now. It's not pleasant being in this situation for a
Do
longer
you see
duration.
how many
So you constantly have to think about
board
ways
games
for the
this
player
dude
to,
has
if you
over
just
here?
push forward, it's still an exciting experience.
Find more light. Ah, I feel so much better here.
Almost everything that you see in the game is possible to interact with. You see a rock lying around, well, you can pick it up, you can throw it around. A lot of these interactions are totally from a gameplay perspective, but from an immersion perspective, they're extremely important. If you go into an environment, the moment you can pick up something lying on a table, be that a box, a hammer, or whatnot, and throw it at something, that's going to put you deeper into the game. And it's something that
Yeeting
I
is
miss in a
immersive.
lot of
Did
other
you
games.
know?
But I think it's really helpful for horror games to get across. Another thing you might want to do is that you know there is a creature and it reacts to sounds. You want to throw something. You throw something, you see a shadow running past.
Throw that Bible!
Okay, going that direction now. And all of these would be in another game. They would have to be, each one of them, special mechanics. You have to like constantly show the player that there's special controls for analog controlling, there's special controls for throwing objects, and there's a special control for drawing out secret books and whatnot. But all of these become consistent. It's the same physics system that are using all of these together, and having all of that as
yeah,
one of our
but
technologies
also
is extremely important.
We've
for
already
us
spoken about
immersion-wise
that.
and just general storytelling that we're doing. Yeah.
Just keep talking.
We've already spoken about.
I'll find a way.
If
Amnesia
you can always
and
throw the
Amnesia
rock,
Rebirth
it's hard
as well
to figure out
is
if you
a
should
reaction
throw it.
to these games where narrative is a secondary thing in the game and the focus is just on
Not
the
shiny.
the jump scares. All pieces connect to having this sort of horror experience of having this high-level narrative that spans across hours in order to really have an effect on players that's more deeply connected.
We've
than
already
the
spoken about
moment-to-moment
this.
gameplay. So choices that you're making on
And
a
about
moment-to-moment basis, just walking around, thinking
that
about the
one
environment,
puzzle in
thinking
the
about sound
cistern.
feelings, all of that connects to the big storyline, the themes that we're trying to get across in Rebirth. Two reasons for going into Rebirth. One was that we wanted to be a two-project studio, so we felt we needed to do something where we had some foundational knowledge of how to do it. The other was that there was a lot of unexplored things in Amnesia, so there was a vast lore material that we could use in
They did a
Amnesia.
great job with
but
that
then
lore.
setting out on making this, it was obvious that a lot of the tricks
Out of
that
wine.
used to work wasn't gonna work at all. One thing that we could use to great effect in Dark Descent was that when a player was killed or defeated by a monster, we could just teleport them elsewhere and then respawn or even remove the monster, and the player was confused enough to just, what was happening? And they were still frightened by a monster. Even though you could just run into every monster encountered, you would still be able to continue the game. Monster encounters is interesting. There is a fairly narrow range of the signs that are going to be scary to a player. If you go too far and it has 10 arms and butterfly
Fucking
wings,
Dead
suddenly
Space.
it gets fun. It doesn't get as scary. But if there's just something
Dead
off
Space
about
little
it,
wiggling.
that's when you get the good frights. And it was easier before when we did Dark Descent because there hadn't been that many games in the same genre trying to make the same sort of scares, but now there's a ton of different titles. So it's been a huge challenge to just come up with the sort of enemies that we feel is going to work with the storyline, that's going to work gameplay-wise, and that's also going to look scary enough. The actual encounter of a monster is not that important. If you're being caught by it,
Ooh, yucky!
There's a certain catharsis to that, like, oh,
Catharsis to
I was
being eaten.
scared, but now I don't have to be scared anymore because the most horrible thing that could happen.
Oh, fuck.
The best time for a monster encounter.
Hey, it
is
was my
before you
game.
encounter the monster, and when the player thinks the monster is near. The actual monster encounters when the player can see the monster more clearly, can move around about it. You have to keep them shorter. You have to keep them varied because otherwise the player is going to notice what sort of
The
behaviors
thing with the
monster
vagina
have.
on the
And having
face,
just
with
those
the
few
light
details
lantern, like
and
a wraith
large
that
dose of
sucked you in.
uncertainty, that
was a really good one.
absolutely best way
As far
to
as
just
making
have a
me
good monster.
tense.
We're like taking that, all of those lessons. We're trying to make sure that every situation in Rebirth where there's a monster is varied in some or some other sense. And there's constantly something new happening that's going to
Yeah, you
keep
can
the
see
player
all these
on
are
their
concept
toes. The
arts,
best thing then
but they didn't
is
end up
for the
being
player
in the
to have
game.
enough intense experiences to constantly fear another encounter. I think the most common error in horror games overall is seeing your monsters as gameplay devices. can't just copy paste or montage encounters throughout. You have to have narrative connection. They have to have something
that's a big boy.
about them, and you constantly have to think about how you introduce and how you
not only how many times
forebode the
by a
different
commentary
moments.
video,
So
but
what
how
we
many
tried to
times a
do
game of
was
art,
to have this sort of
video I've already seen.
narrative thing that we have.
I've already seen
in
this.
so much, and to use
This is
that
for
knowledge
y'all.
and combine
Watching
that
it
with the
together.
more lower level horror, the horror that you get from sounds and just being afraid of the environment that you're in.
Oh, I
The
remember
thing
that
we have
scene.
now in Rebirth
Fucking
is
ran at me.
Tassie, the protagonist, has some sort of affliction and an illness that means that she can't be in scary situations. So the more horrible situations that you find yourselves in, the worse off she's gonna get. From going first from something with Amnesia, where we could play a sound effects and players would just react and
And I would hide behind a barrel.
We had an
Play a
knowledge
sound
from someone.
effect.
We knew if we could combine
Make Jay
this
hide
sort
behind
of
a barrel.
lower level scare stuff with a sort of
Often,
higher level,
you just see my
more
character start backing up,
deeper
and I'm like
narrative,
locked up.
We could get something.
That's why I was
that
in
would be really fun
Phasmophobia.
to
I just
play.
backing up.
This is just violence!
We're making a game that is interesting for Let's Players to play,
See you.
but that's just because we have this sort of the narrative and gameplay are very tightly connected. But obviously, we don't want
Yeah.
players to watch Let's Play and then feel like, oh, I've had my fill. My hope is though, and this is where I'm really seeing the challenge for this game and for the future, you want to have something where the player watches a Let's Play and feels, well, I want to experience this. When you're watching a Let's Play of Amnesia Dark Descent, the major emotion that people have is not fear, it's laughter.
Screw you, game. Seriously. God damn it.
They think it's
Because first,
funny
you think
when
it's funny.
the Let's Player is scared, but then they go ahead and try it out themselves, and you feel like, well, shit, he's
They
really
do.
scared. That was funny to see. I wonder how scared I would be. And moving forward, I think that that's the big takeaway, actually, I have from Let's Players, and I think that's something
Yeah,
that
I
if
think
you go
most
at
of the
it
people
from the
who
right
watch me play
direction,
these
it's
games
gonna lead to very
are not gonna
good
play horror
experiences,
games.
is where you have
No,
games
God, please,
where
no,
you can
no!
watch, you know, a big
No!
like, whole playthrough
No!
and still come out of that saying, wow, I'm so excited to have a go at the game now after seeing someone else play it.
I'm so excited to have a go at this, says Bob.
Alex, darling.
And this is the only way they would
Amnesia Rebirth
experience,
is
you know,
not
this content,
Amnesia
is
Dark
watching
Descent.
me play. They're not fucking doing it.
You know, it's not just version 2 of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's its own game. It has its own new theme. It has different
not gonna
things for
wander in
players
the
to care
dark.
about. All of these happen in a sort of amnesiac-esque
I am proud.
setting and with amnesia
Phasmophobia.
gameplay. But we're totally trying to achieve very different things. In Amnesia Dark Descent, there is a lot of emphasis on the
Phasmophobia.
background story. In
What else?
Amnesia Rebirth, it's a lot of emphasis on
No.
what's happening now to the player. the
Morgan
sort of
has put a
present
ban
narrative that's happening. What
on
is the player
Subnautica.
going through at this very moment? How do I react to the
Respect.
things
Oh,
happening
wait, Little
just
Hope?
now? The themes, again, are very different. We want players coming in, playing Amnesia
there's
Rebirth
not a ban
and
I'm
saying,
talking about. It already
wow,
said
this
I
was something
you
I
know,
haven't seen
I was out of
before."
line.
Make it its own thing to be evaluated on its own terms. I think it's impossible to not be influenced by what other people have said about your games, if that's
We're not doing
critics or
Subnautica.
what you've read on forums,
not on
Reddit,
stream.
or, you know, getting posted on Twitter or whatnot. You're gonna be affected, and
Look
you're
at these
gonna
eyelashes.
take that into account as you make your game. But
You wanna
I
watch
think
me
it's
take
Neil
off my
Gaiman
eyelash?
who said it. If someone says there is something wrong
weird?
with what you've done,
Tickling.
they're almost
Done with it.
certainly right. But when they say what you should do
Not
in
even,
order
just like
to
half
make
a
it
drip.
better, they're almost
3
certainly
hours, I'm done
wrong.
with these
If someone
eyelashes.
says, Amnesia would be better if it had guns, for instance. You don't want to take that face value and, okay, write down in my notebook, we need to have guns
We need
in our
guns.
game. Instead, you want to be thinking, like, read between the lines. Why would they say something like this? From my end, the best idea.
Why would they say something like this? Because they're wusses and they want guns to fight the monster.
Sort of sources that are as far away from what you're trying to do as possible. One of the largest inspirations for The Dark Descent is a book about how the brain was the center of thought. And what was so interesting about that book
So
was reading
soft.
about all of these 18th,
What tickles me?
17th century scientists making these weird experiments in small groups in castles. In Soma, it was sea life overall, obviously philosophy and so on, but just as an environment. And in Amnesia Rebirth, there are something that I've been always very interested in are tales of extreme survival. The one book that we sort of read as a whole team was a book called The Skeletons of the Sahara. The game doesn't really have a lot of those aspects to it, but what survives is the sort of general gist of survival under extreme conditions. Other thing also that's a part inspiration is this Discovery show called, if I recall correctly, I Shouldn't Be Alive. So the game Amnesia Rebirth has a lot of that sort of baked into the experience. The interesting bit about these survival tales is not just always the actions to take, but it's the sort of mental processes, because I think that a lot of the people who don't survive these things just give up for various reasons. It's really about life and what matters to you and what sort of moves you forward. That's
so
something
sad
I'm trying to bake in.
when she went to Paris at the end of that last ending I did. It's like, I'm a ghoul and my daughter's gonna die.
What's happened here?
When we release Amnesia Rebirth on 20th of October this year, it's gonna be over 10 years since we released the original Amnesia Dark Descent. I'm really looking forward to seeing the reactions on this new game and
oh, it's
how
great,
people
dude.
are gonna compare it to the old one
Fucking
and so on.
banger
it's
job.
Very, very exciting to finally release a proper sequel.
Banger job. Good job. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Oh, where was our lo-fi? There we go. Ding, ding, ding. 3 hours. Alright, thanks for hanging out for the special features portion. Again, here's that video. You should go give it a like because it's really good. Well made, really enjoyed it. Ars Technica's pretty cool publication. What? What are you laughing?
Laughing at the way you said publication.
I don't know. I didn't know what word I wanted, and then I thought of it. Cause it's a journal, like online, but it also has a YouTube channel. So I'm a little bit tipsy. I'm about to go make breakfast burritos for dinner. Thanks for coming to the finale. That game was awesome. You should definitely freaking play it if you like horror games. Especially horror games that are doing new and interesting things. Or you can just go watch me play all the rest of it on YouTube. Tomorrow, you'll be happy. I don't know if you'll be happy. If you like The Witcher, you'll be happy to know that I finally got where I need to be on my main file to do the DLC. So all I need to do is, probably after I cook dinner, I'm gonna go, get to the point where I was at in the DLC. But I beat the game again on New Game Plus, and I'm the level I need to be to go to Tucson again. Have all my cool stuff that I gathered. Yeah, so I'm gonna, go through the beginning part, get Shalmar, and then we will start on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern with the race with the Countess. Or not the race, but we're gathering things. I remember we're gathering things for this quest. Me and the Duchess. She's a Duchess. Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. Much obliged. Thanks for being here.